it's sort of like a metaphor for the island, right? Like, sure, you can disagree with someone, but they're like very much your neighbor no matter where you are. Two little space.
Oh, we already started.
This is Martha's Vineyard podcast. We're number one. We're first, certainly not last. Do you hear the soul of Martha's Vineyard calling? Today we got good old Larkin Stallings. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Martha's Vineyard podcast. I'm Seán McMahon. We got Mr. Ted MacInnes here. We got Mr. Brian Sullivan here. And on this cozy-ass couch, we got Larkin Stallings. Welcome.
Hey.
How the hell are you today?
Fantastic.
Nice to see you. Cozy on the couch?
Oh, my goodness.
Now, Mr. Larkin Stallings, if you haven't met him before, he's the brain, the mind, the heart and soul behind the Ritz Cafe. He's a fantastic man. If you've ever come to Martha's Vineyard, you may have noticed that the heart and beating soul of this island is music. Well, this is pretty much, in my humble opinion, the man behind the music. What do you think of that? Would you accept that accolade?
Absolutely not. That's ridiculous. I'm just a guy who fell into a little bar called the Ritz, which is fantastic, and I got really lucky and then met a whole bunch of folks like you and had some fun doing it.
I wouldn't say you were lucky if you met folks like us. Yes, sir. Well, we like to lead on this podcast with a philosophical question. It's always very subjective. Every person has their own answer, and that's the point. Larkin Stallings, what is Martha's Vineyard?
Wow. Now, that is deep. That's really deep for 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
That's really deep. Okay, so I actually, in a text, you told me that might be a prompt, right? So this morning, because the actual brains behind the operation is a young lady named Jackie Stallings, my wife, and so I ran it by her, and I was like, dude, that's kind of heavy. Like, what is Martha's Vineyard? Because, like, absolutely, I don't freaking know. But what she said, and this is good though, and I like this. I'm gonna take this on as my own. In fact, I edited the part out where I said this was Jackie's. She said, if you look at it like the lighthouses and all that sort of stuff, she says, this Martha's Vineyard is a beacon drawing arts from across the country to this one special spot. And when you find that, this is where it got heavy. I was like, wow, dude, this is for, and this is like at 7 this morning. Right? So this is deep, right? I'm like, wow, okay. So, all right, so it's this beacon that draws us all here, those of us who are in the arts and in music in particular, to this spot, right? To Martha's Vineyard. And then it's like a puzzle. And then when that piece clicks in place for you, for us individually, it's that sound when, and she's really big into doing puzzles, you know? When that sound, when that last piece kind of clicks in and you go, yeah, that's Martha's Vineyard. And that's it. And that's actually how it is for me too. I mean, I when she said that, I was like, dude, that's perfect, because that's how it feels for me when I'm here. Like, even sitting around with you, Wildman, right? Is it it's like I fit, you know? It's like I fit here. And I love other places in this country. I come from I started on the other opposite side of the country in California, but I spent most of my adult life in Texas, right? And I love the whole thing is pretty cool, right? But man, when I get home here, when I take that ferry over, it's like, I can feel that, feel that puzzle piece just clicking in the spot. And I'm like, dude, I'm where I belong. So,
you know, you bring up a good point there too. Like, I don't know, a lot of people who are listening feel the same way. But I always felt like when you have those demographic data points that you're supposed to check off, what age are you? You know, what different things. Martha's Vineyard, I find myself a lot of times in rooms where it's multi-age, all over, and in a flowing way. Like, we all feel connected. Like, I was at that event where
because
the
you're
barn.
old now.
No, but the barn. Yeah,
It's just old.
But the barn
Old and older.
at the barn
Very
raisers
old.
at the barn raisers ball. I was watching, and there was high school kids and kids coming back from college, hanging out on the dance floor, partying, that grew up here, and not in this like they're off on the side, cliquey. Everyone's together, and it felt. And the Ritz is a lot like this too. You see people that are attending the shows, all ages, and I do think that that's part of Martha's Vineyard. It's like, it's not just the age thing, but it's like we all have this artistic, creative love, or they are themselves an artist. Like there's a good symbiotic relationship.
Well,
there.
and I think it goes beyond what you do, right? Like being an artist or being a musician, of which I'm neither. It's also that it's kind of a mindset. You know what I mean? It's like, and you're so correct about the whole demographic blend. Is that I've been able to meet and hang with folks that are so different from me in every way. Right, age-wise, history-wise, career-wise, marital status, all that, all the things that we divide each other up on, which is kind of silly anyway. But and you end up making really cool, fast friends with folks that are way more interesting than I am. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm like. Like I run into folks, I'm like, dude, that I got especially through doing some of the stuff I've done out in the community, like with the community services and stuff like that, is that I end up hanging with folks that are deep, interesting people, but like-minded, like wanting the same thing, caring about this island, caring about the people on this island, wanting to make it, do something that's good for us folks. And anyway, no, that's cool.
Yeah, man.
That's a good point.
What the first experience I ever had of the Ritz Cafe, my brother Griffin invited me out, and it was a show, upstairs, and it was one of my first visits to the island. I never came to the island until I was, late 20s, when my brother moved here. And the first thing I noticed was literally the atmosphere in the room, the texture of it, the smell of it. And I'm not talking about bar smells. Like there's a very particular bit of sea air in there. It's a salty place, and I noticed immediately, like everyone grooving to the band. It was either Chandler Blues Band or Johnny Hoy, because I remember it was blues. Everyone grooving so hard to the music. And it was like the first time I'd really experienced people dancing to blues music.
Right.
Because normally every blues show I'd seen was like a theater show, like B.B. King, Albert Cummings, and was seated. But I saw people dancing to blues and grooving hard, and it was all ages. And one of the first friends I made was Stephen Powers, who's, Shuffling Steve, because he's always shuffling. This dude, he's got gray hair, youthful, gray-haired man. And he was dancing with every young lady in the place, and they were loving it. Like, every lady wanted to dance with him. And he was one of the first friends I made here. And that's the magic of the Ritz, and that's the magic of the music scene here, and the demographic blends where you just see people of all ages getting down.
Well, I think there's also, the magic. You said the word magic. There's kind of a magic to Martha's Vineyard where some people, tourists, let's say, come back every year and they have this idea. They're waiting for the time when they get to go back to Martha's Vineyard. And everyone has this shared concept that they're in Martha's Vineyard when they're all out on the town. It's like a shared, we all come from the same mindset, if not the same place. But
A shared
hey,
everywhere.
It's all, you can kind of equate it a little bit to Jimmy Buffett's aesthetic of here I am on the beach just drinking my day away, and not everyone's like that, but there's a little bit of that mindset, especially at a bar, because you're drinking. But
that's how we ended up here. We were tourists. We were my lovely wife and way back when, 30-something years ago, when we were dating, and I was trying to land the deal, I was trying to close the deal and coming up with any way that I could do so. And she she said, someday we'll live on Martha's Vineyard. And I was like, where the freak is Martha's Vineyard? And why, right? If you want vineyards, we'll go back to where I originated out in California, right? Yeah. And so it's nothing to do with vineyards, right? She'd never been here, by the way. And so we end up making this whole thing comes down, and we get married. I landed the deal. That done, and she's brand loyal, so I know I got it done for life. It's done. Good Catholic girl, and anyway, so we end up on an anniversary. In the fall, we come out here, right? And I did okay, let's go see this place you love so much that you've never been to, right? Mm-hmm. And we come out here, right? And it's in the fall, and it's freaking gorgeous, man. And we a little Airbnb down in Vineyard Haven off of Main Street somewhere, and we're wandering around. There's not a lot open, but we have so much fun. And we go out and we walk. We go to the beaches. It's and it's cold and blah blah blah. But here's the clincher when I knew I was coming back, right? Is that I'm at the airport. We're going out to the little Martha's Vineyard airport, blah, blah, blah. And they're sitting, in real life, is friggin' George Clinton, right? No, seriously, dude. And George Clinton is what brought me out of rock and roll into funk back in the day. I was a bass player and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, George Clinton was my friggin' hero, right? I was like, because he's life-changing for me. The George Clinton, the friggin' Funkadelics, life-changing, right? And I was like, oh, and I'm like, dude, it's you. And he goes, I am, and it's you. And he said, were you at the show last night? And I said, what show? And he had played at the Tin Roof the night prior. So I was I was in, totally in. And in fact, we came and tried to buy the Tin Roof later in life, and that didn't happen. But
I wish
I had to, man.
It would have been in good hands. Oh man,
it was 2001. A bunch was going on. There was shit happening in the world, and blah blah blah. But anyway, but that was that moment. That was for me, as somebody who's been in the music industry for all of my life in one form or another, and somebody who is lover of the of all forms of music, and to see that dude sitting right there, I was like, wow, we home, girl.
That's amazing.
Well, I want to connect something right now. This is really interesting. So, one of our sponsors, ChatGPT.
Oh yes.
We're building our sponsor.
So we have to say ChatGPT. I love it.
No, so it helped me with forming. We were trying to form a mission statement for this podcast, the Martha's Vineyard podcast, the MVP. And when you were talking, I realized what is Martha's Vineyard. It really connects. This show is very connected also to what Martha's Vineyard is. It helped me form this mission statement. Ready? We bring people together through music, laughter, and the stories of everyday legends. We have one here today. Straight from Martha's Vineyard, but meant for the world. A weekly reminder that your neighbor is more interesting than you think, and more like you than you expect.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah,
this is why AI is going to replace us. That's well done.
Yeah. Maybe we should honor this moment with a little song. Should we?
Let's just do a quick ChatGPT commercial break.
Yeah.
ChatGPT, yeah, do re mi. You're gonna give us all the info, and it will be pretty weird when it takes over, but maybe it won't, because if it wants to, we'll say AI needs more.
Hey.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Well, I think that Seán made a good point. There's something in the news happening right now, talking about all this life we have here on Martha's Vineyard. We're here in about to be Christmas, but there is a story circulating that recently you were part of that said Circuit Ave seems to be. Maybe Seán can.
Vineyard Gazette said Circuit Ave is a little slower this year, and you were one of the voices in that choir. So
we want to know, is that true?
Vineyard,
what's your
going
opinion?
on? How do you not know that Circuit Ave is where it's at? Come on out. Come on, hit the Ritz. What's going on? Larkin, what are you experiencing out there?
Well,
on Circuit Ave?
thank you for that shameless plug. But no, dude, it's been a while, a couple of years, and it's coming out of COVID, things, we had that kind of like that bump with people with really wanting to come out and stuff like that, and a lot of folks had moved here, and during COVID and blah blah blah, and so we had a really good run. And by the way, I've had honestly, when Jackie and I bought the Ritz, it was a real estate. Part of it was a real estate deal, and I told her at the time, I said, I can't fuck this up. Excuse my language. I cannot screw this one up because we got a good building in a good town, right? And that continues to be true, but it turned out to be a really cool business as well. So it's a functioning, it's a for-profit cool business, right? However, this last year, it's a couple of years, but this year in particular, we have watched it really take a dive in the off season. We still had we got an incredible Circuit Avenue and Oak Bluffs is where everybody is during August, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's we have a strong July. June is good, right? September is good. And because we planted Lady Fest at the end of that still kind of gives it a whole thing, man. But boy, October. Whoa, I've never seen anything like this. And what I've discovered is that there's a whole bunch of us who have taken some hits, and it has a great deal to do with kind of the shifting of what's happening on the island as far as who's living here year round, the demographics again, about the island is aging. That's a true fact. More older folks and younger folks and stuff like that, and so. There is a change afoot, and I think that we can tie it back to a whole lot of stuff, but it's going to have to go through what it's got to go through to get to the other side. Will the Ritz still be there when it's? Absolutely, we'll be here. We're not going anywhere, and we're not going anywhere. And will maybe some new things come in and happen that'll make a difference. But the reality is that it's been a ride, and the last year in particular has been a ride, and we could please come out. We could use your help. Come out. We got some great entertainment here. We had a show last night, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh,
we
yeah.
had a show. Who was there? It was
actually me.
Oh, there you go. So if you weren't there, and by the way, we did well. Thank you.
Yeah. My pleasure.
Getting out and getting to see some live entertainment would be a good idea, I think, right now. And but what is the long term? And then I'll shut up. The long term on this one is that I think it has a good deal to do with housing and the ability for us to house and take care of our younger folks, the folks that do the work and live their lives here on this island, and we need to do that. And there's a lot of really people way smarter than I am working on this right now. Mm-hmm. And so I think there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's going to take all of us kind of pulling together and understanding that if we want this island to be something more, and I do because I want to get buried here eventually, is that if we want this to be more than an old folks home, we got to do some stuff to make that not happen.
Indeed, yeah. Light at the end of the tunnel, indeed, or lighthouse at the end of the sound, shall we say?
Oh,
right?
There we go.
People talk about what.
Are you guys going to the lighthouse lighting tonight? Talking about supporting.
Oh, we might.
At Christmas in Edgartown.
Yeah, there's a lot going on tonight. Yeah.
It's kind of an anticlimax. I've seen it in years past. You stand there, you're looking. There's like a red flashing light, and then it's like, here we go, and it's like. And it's like a couple a string of lights.
One year they couldn't figure it out. I think it was last year or the year before, and we were out there for an extra 20 minutes.
I remember being like,
and then someone
what's going on?
It was just they had to flip the switch in the lighthouse, something like that.
So I think what you're speaking to with your optimism is important, because people talk about the current trends on the island like it's an inflection point. And when we're talking about inflection points, there's a little bit of doom and gloom and apocalyptic language around that, as if we're always at the edge of history, which is what it feels like, right? But actually, there's always ups and downs, and there's a life sequence to all these things. So I polled some of my like longtime Islander friends, like my mother-in-law, and I said, so what's the deal? What was your experience of Circuit Ave growing up here? And she's a youth. Maybe I shouldn't tell you how old she is, but she spent several decades here. She's a young person who spent several decades here on the island, shall we say. But she said, once upon a time, the off season was really off, like literally like nothing going on, because it was seasonal. And as more people move here over the years, there is more of a demand and need for off season stuff. And I think we're just in this type of awkward hump. And I think it's connected to what you're talking about with housing and some demographic shifts, because maybe there was a high point of off-season activity, before this particular point. And now we're just sort of negotiating. It's like, well, do we need stuff in the off season? And it's kind of like, well, if it's slow, I don't know. But also, I really think sometimes that people... Brought to you by Nokia.
Yeah, it's brought to you by Apple, one of our sponsors here.
I suppose to summarize where I'm going with that is like we're all formulating right now, what it means to live here and what the off season is. Like every year the definition of the season changes a little bit, sort of like based on what people bring here and their expectations. And now the off season is also having a little identity shift. I think it's going through like an adolescence based on what I'm hearing from like longtime Islanders. Like, oh, actually the activity in the off season is actually sort of new. So I think maybe it's going through puberty, rather than like an end of life cycle, right? It's definitely this is puberty.
I heard.
Have you seen any of a shift? Like, I've heard from other people that young people aren't drinking as much.
I was about to say, we just mind melded there.
62% of Gen Z drinks, as opposed to like 78% of millennials. That's what they say.
Did you get into the why? Did they explain why?
I don't think so, but I myself don't drink
speculate.
either. So I feel like because I'm not drinking, I'm creating a world that doesn't drink
That's what's
around me.
happening.
Yeah.
And
Do any of us
tennis-
drink?
tennis-
my fault.
I don't think any of us drink,
Well,
right?
not much, but so yeah, we're more Gen Z-ish.
Yeah.
But
We're young.
I mean,
I was gonna say though, like I think maybe some of that might be that kids are able to meet and go on dates, and some of that stuff's happening behind screens more than I don't know. Like I'm just speculating here.
I have.
What do you think?
My and I read the same article, right? And my experience is different than that,
Yeah.
right? And I, by the way, I don't drink. I haven't for 30-some years, but anyway, but I certainly sell it. My experience, and I just got back from a trip to Texas to check in on what we got going on out there, and there are plenty of Gen Zs. I mean, we're not having any, by the way, any dips out there.
The Gen Zs right now are like, yeah,
No, but I'll tell you what it is, though. No, but I'll tell you what is they are certainly drinking more responsibly than my generation.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all's generation.
Yeah.
But my generation, we were out of control, right? We should not have been allowed to drink, and we did. And we were crazy. But no, they're much more responsible, which is good. That's a good thing, right? Mm-hmm. And there's also other, there's other social lubricants available to Gen Zs that are not available. We're not available. Well, they weren't legally available to us, right? Mm-hmm. And still not legal in Texas. But so there is the there's the cannabis thing that's going on, and so people can do that. And so I think people are drinking less per person, but they still are going out, and that's kind of the kicker here is that, and they're drinking mocktails and other stuff like that. And for me in my industry, right, well, if I were to worry like people were not going to go out anymore, I think the more damage to our industry, the entertainment, nightlife, bar, nightclub business industry, more damaging than Gen Zers maybe drinking less, which I don't think is such a bad thing, right? Is that big ass TV we have at home, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That big giant TV that has great sound and great picture, and like, why would I go out when I can sit here and watch?
Yeah.
And I can,
Especially when it's cold and
the
dark.
whole world is on this thing, and is
Yeah.
whatever. So I think that's and then of course and it's terrible because we're right on this thing right now. I've got a big problem with the social media thing.
The little screen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Little screen. I really do, and it's I'm an addict by nature, right? And I get addicted to the thing. I have scrolled. I haven't posted on Instagram.
Doom
in
scrolling.
years.
That's what it's called.
Dude, I go on there to look at what's happening with my staff and stuff out here in Texas, and what are they posting, and that's the only thing I look at, right? And then all of a sudden, no, that's not the only thing you're looking at. You're looking at, oh my God, somebody did what?
Yes.
Oh my Lord, did you see that child fell in a well? Oh my God.
Yes.
And you're just like, no. So, but anyway, I think that's probably more detracting from the night scene, particularly the big screen and the little screen, than lack of alcohol consumption.
I find deleting those apps off my phone
huge.
Oh, yeah.
Like
If you can do it.
only if it's on the computer, it's like night and day, like hours saved a
Huge.
day.
Yeah, I bet
There's-
if you're not looking at your phone, you have much more. You're like, it'd be cool if I go out right now, see some.
It's some there's talking
see
about
some fun.
I mean, talking about kids growing up with this, it's sad. They said that it's like 80 or 90% of their life
Yep.
is in front of a screen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sad. Like we have kids. Do you have any kids?
Oh, I got 4.
You have 4 kids. How? What ages?
They're
What?
older than y'all.
Okay.
No, I got, they run from 30 through 40.
Grandkids? Any
I
grandkids?
got one grandkid born on island, dude. He's a BOI, and a cool little fella.
How is he? Preschool?
5.
Five?
He's a kindergartner over at Tisbury.
Ah,
Yeah, he's
Beautiful.
a monster. He's cool.
I have a 5-year-old daughter.
He's a great kid. Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Where's she at?
She's at charter school.
Nice.
Shout out to charter school.
Chata.
Chata.
No, the little fella dropped his R's recently. Our neighbor's name is Victor, and Victor. I was like, what's going on here?
He's being brought up in Massachusetts.
I was like,
you know.
what's going on here? He's losing the R's all the
But an islander.
Oh, totally.
Born in.
Totally.
Yep. Same with Eloise.
I think you gotta let the accents go, let them exist because
Yeah.
you know they tell a story.
Oh, absolutely.
Who's taught you how to act? You know,
Yeah.
like, man, hockey. You know, like cold today. Play some hockey. Yeah. Like, who are you?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and your son Josh, he's a musician too. We've jammed sometimes.
He is a musician.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
man.
He's a trip. Yeah, he's one of the reasons why we end up here on island full time. One of the many, but he finished high school out here and preparing for his audition at Berklee School of Music, and so Berklee College.
Yeah,
That's where
Ted's
my
Berklee.
alma mater.
Are you Berklee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Class of 06, I think.
Nice, man.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So you know what is different because you own bars out in Houston, right?
Yes, man. Yes.
So do you find that you have to do things a little differently on the Vineyard to work with the culture? Like, what are the cultures different?
I'm different, man, and it's really my middle daughter Nicole is going out to work in Houston, gonna get trained out there by our staff out there, and I'm really gonna be embarrassed because she's gonna find out how much differently I can do it, right? How much better, more organized I am, and I'm a better business person in Houston, Texas than I am here. I guess I don't know. Anyway, but because it's embarrassing because I had her work for me out here this summer, right?
Yeah, she was great.
And I love her, man. She's and really into the deal, right? And totally gets what we do and drank the Kool-Aid. She understands what we're up to, right? And but I'm not gonna lie. I'm out there. I'm responsible to people. We have investors, and I have a really great partner who really does all the work, right? So I got people that are responsible. I'm just kind of like I'm supposed to, whatever. I started the thing, so it matters, I guess. But anyway, but I come back here, man, and this is where I live, and these are people I'm comfortable, and I don't want to, it's a totally different vibe. It's the mellow, easy, groovy Larkin.
Yeah.
Out there, it's not so groovy Larkin sometimes.
Is the bar out there like a bigger place?
No, what we have out there, and it's really simple, and it's people are like, oh my God, live. No, it's not live music. I wish it was. We tried it. It didn't work. Houston's a weird vibe. I've done live in Houston, and it's just a weird town for it. It doesn't support it well. If I had gone to Austin or even, or New Orleans or something like that, it'd be different. But Houston has just been tough. And so what we've settled into is something that we do really particularly well is we do country western nightclubs, big dance halls.
Mm-hmm.
They're like 15,000 square foot dance halls with big patio space and stuff like that, and a mechanical bowl, and
Really? Wow.
and a giant beer bottle chandelier, and they're really cool to look at, right? But they're absolutely and DJ driven, 100% DJ driven now, which is
Is it like a club?
sorry.
Yeah, no, I get
Does
it.
it kind of become like nightclub?
Oh,
vibe?
totally. It's a dance hall. Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
dance hall. We open
Nice.
at like 8, 9, 7, 8 with dance lessons, but
Crazy.
they're wildly popular.
Is it like
I'd love to check that out.
square dancing, or are they just sort of DJ-ifying the country music? So it's like,
Dude, please. This is Texas. It's two-step. The
Yeah,
Texas
yeah.
two-step.
All right.
We dance in a circle.
yep.
It's very easy. You can learn it. Two-step, right? So we do that, and then we do ba ba ba. We do everything else, right? And so two-step, and one step they got now, and some other stuff, and then ton of line dances. That's really big. That, by the way, if you ever go to Noman's in the summertime on a Friday afternoon, you want to see some crazy ass line dancing? That's a blast. That's so anyway, it's a blast. But
DJ, who's that guy?
DJ Smooth
no.
B.
Smooth B.
I knew you'd get there. Sterling Bishop, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's all kinds of dancing. But yeah.
So that's crazy. Out in Texas, like, you know, not so much a music thing per se, but here you're like the music guy.
Well, I
wish I
was out there. It just didn't work out. You know, I mean, it's not what, you know, it's what I do for a living, so it has to make, you know, it has to make money, right?
Well, we talked about that on last episode. We talked about that the island is music fans, music lovers. And one thing with that, though, is they kind of demand good musicians.
Yeah.
So it's like a good relationship there. Like, the people that stay here are actually world-class musicians that are performing, but people do come out to support it because they actually do appreciate music more than just having it there.
Yeah, and that's the thing. By the way, Houston does have some large music venues that do well,
sure.
and they're great, right? And it's just that's not what I'm in.
Yeah, just finding the niche that works for you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then here on the Vineyard, you're essentially like the industry leader of music around here in a lot of ways. Like, I mean, what do you think of that role that you've taken on? Because I feel like the music industry on the Vineyard really centers around the Ritz. And you're the face.
And I'd be interested, too, the early days. I'd be interested what it's looked like over the years. Any shifts that you've made? Has it been the same? I
totally don't accept that mantle, by the way. And so I'm just a dude who owns a bar and circuit. But, and happens to have live music. But, when Jackie and I got the Ritz, she had only a couple requirements, right? You know, it was wintertime. I saw it. I said, "Baby, I really want to get this thing." And she's like, "Okay, but here's the deal. One is you've got to make it accessible for women, right? It can't be what at that point it was pretty, you know, it was pretty male driven. A woman was running it, Janet King, who I love, but it was still had kind of a male bar-y vibe, and she wanted to be comfortable when she walks in there, and she wanted her, you know, people to women, blah blah. So that was kind of, and then we took a look at this thing, and we were going to add New England tradition, and this was our mission in the very beginning, a New England tradition with Southern hospitality, right? Cool. Southern hospitality is if you talk to anybody who works for me in Houston, they'll tell you exactly what that means because we talk about it every day, right? So anyway, adding that little element to this thing. So what led into that then, and then I was in my office trying to figure out how we're going to make this thing work out upstairs at the Ritz, right? And Jeremy Berlin comes in and pretty much tells me how the cow's going to eat the cabbage regarding Johnny Hoy and the Bluefish. Right? And I was like, dude, who is this guy? And why is he? No, we're in Wednesdays, and this is going to go this, and this is how it works, and blah, blah, blah. And so, and then I met Jeremy, I met Mike, Benjamin, and Don Groover, and a bunch of other folks down there. And it just clicked on me as I was meeting these incredible musicians. I said, this is what this thing is. You know, and it was already that thing. Janet was already doing that thing, right? But I was trying to figure out where we're going to build from. What are we going to do? Because I didn't want it to be I needed it to be.
That was the unique advantage.
Yeah.
That was the
And so then when we did that first season, and I can't. The generosity of the musicians on this island is just unbelievable because they really helped me do this. Right? I didn't know anybody at this point. Right? And they helped me put this thing together. Phil DeRosa, who was DCLA back at that time, and these guys, all these folks. Right? And we ended up with finding out that that's what really was setting us apart, where we belonged and where our spot was. Where did we fit in the whole fabric of the thing? And so at the end of the year, that first year, I wrote an article that, and it basically said, I mean, I was thanking the Vineyard for what had happened for us that first year, but it was that the musicians and the music was the heart and soul of the Ritz. And that just kind of came out of nowhere. That came out of experience, not out of something I planned for. And I realized after saying those words, I was like, it really is. That's what it is. That's who we are. That's our little piece of this.
Now, you have had musicians perform there, as I said before, world-class musicians that perform there weekly. A lot of them live here or live close by. There has been musicians have played there that have been traveling through has any names that we would know of people performing over the years that
you're asking me to remember shit?
I don't know. Or anyone that was
Well, Susan Tedeschi sang there after going to the Red Cat, I guess, last summer.
Yeah, she was just through.
or maybe you guys even know.
I can't even remember.
Evan Dando played.
Evan
once.
Dando pops in.
Oh,
after
Evan
the
Dando,
lunch.
for sure, yeah.
We were playing one night on on one of our Sundays like years ago. He just pops in. He's like, Pancho and Lefty, and we're like, are you sure you can do this right now? He's like, yeah. And then
That was actually a very good Dando.
and then just like he does it, and the demeanor changes. Like the performer comes out, and then he kind of just sulks away, and we're like, Evan Dando, everybody. It was amazing. And when I first came through, I remember someone was sitting in. I didn't recognize him because I don't remember names or faces either myself. But it was one of the fellas from Dire Straits.
Oh, Jack Sony.
Yeah,
Jack Sony's he passed, by the way. He passed.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, seriously. What a wonderful man. Jack Sony was up here writing up at the Nope, here in Edgartown. It was a writers get together, whatever. And I met him again through Ben DeForest and our neighbor. And what a cool dude. He came and played a bunch.
Yeah. He was pretty mind blowing. I was like, oh, well, that explains why he's so good.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, every so often, if you're lucky, it's almost like I don't know, Freddie the Leaf or something, like just one of those things of nature. Bill Murray will just show up.
Yeah.
He'll just show up and he'll take the room down with some rendition of what was it, Gloria, that he did the other day?
Oh yeah. That was one of the best performances I've seen. Honestly, like he rocked it. But
Bill, you're gonna be on this show soon, Bill. I know you're watching.
yeah,
You'll be here soon.
Oh, unquestionably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tight with Bill?
Not tight with Bill. No, Bill. I met Bill. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I met Bill, but only in passing. And God, I don't even remember what the last time was. I think it was when the Tenerife had turned into what was the thing? It was for a while, a pizza place with music.
I was there.
Before my time.
I can't remember. Anyway,
Yeah.
but it's been a minute.
Drop it in the comments if you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill Murray tried to buy my mom a drink. She doesn't drink, but he tried hard.
Oh, good for him.
Over at the PA Club.
Well done.
Let's bring it back to family for a second, because a lot of people talk about raising kids here. We all have young ones, and so I have this thing I'd want for her, which seems to be the trajectory of a lot of the kids. They grow up here, they love it, and then they go off, they do other things, and then they come back to the island. How long have you been on the island? Have your kids been around the island? What's their experience?
We really didn't raise. We did not. Our kids were raised in Houston, and other than our son, who came out here for high school,
Yep.
and who was now back on the island, kind of did that thing. Yeah, went away, did some other stuff, went to LA, went to Boston, went to LA, and then ended up back here. For actually, COVID is what brought him back here. But I'm thinking though that, and I'm hoping for our grandson. I mean, it's not up to me; it'll be up to he. Whatever happens with his dad. But I think that the growing up here, there's something really special about this.
Yeah.
This is rural small town, and I freaking love it.
Yeah.
I really do, and I love the fact that that you can walk down the street and a kid can go up and take the bus on his own and no problem. Our son, when we used to come here as tourists, after we bought our house way back in the day, and he would at 10 years old he hitchhiked down the skate park, and then he hitchhiked up to Katama. 10, right?
Yeah.
Right? And believe me, I wouldn't let my friggin' 16-year-old do that in Houston, Texas, right? I wouldn't do it. I mean, no age, right? Don't do that, right? But here, he could just go out and just do his thing.
I've talked about having a longer leash here. Like, even when you're out in events and you're out at some of these, wherever it is, you mentioned before, Nomans and things like that, at the beach, you'll, lose your little 4-year-old for a minute. but you don't panic right away. You're like, I think they're over there, like, right? And that's actually though amazing that we have that. And I don't know whether that's because we think kidnapping, like worst case scenario, they're here on an island. I don't know what it is, but there is a longer leash that occurs.
I think we're all in all, because everybody, everyone, you're going to run into them eventually.
Yeah.
At the post office, at Koenig's, at whatever, you're going to see each other. So we behave differently because of that.
And there's a community that looks out for each other.
Absolutely. And absolutely. One of the things that I asked, I can't remember who it was a teenager friend of my son's back in the day when they were in high school, was like, the biggest problem with this island for them, right, was that you can't get away with anything. And I was like, that's not such a bad thing.
That's awesome.
Because no matter what, some parent's going to see you as whatever. And, if you get pulled over, you're probably getting taken home and your parents are going to yell at you.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's really like similar to what I imagine the bygone small towns were like in the 50s and 60s, where like, you know your neighbors, you know what all the kids' names are, what they're up to, you're like,
Well, I hope that develops into freedom for them as well, because we always talk about us boomers. I'm a boomer. Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about back in the day we used to whatever, and I'm sure Gen X's do that back in the day, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, back in the day, right? We would, our parents didn't know where we were from the time we left at school till probably dinner time when the sun went down. And they had no idea. Then we would go to school, we'd ride our bikes home, we'd go get in trouble and do whatever. And I think that freedom is a good thing.
Oh yeah, it shapes your character growing up. You learn how to deal with adversarial situations, and you're going out looking at just trying to prevent boredom too.
Yeah.
What would be cool to do right now? Well, let's go jump off that rock into the water.
Mm-hmm.
We're not allowed in there. Okay, well, we'll do it really carefully then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we homeschool our kiddos, and one of the things we learned about is the neuroscience of boredom. And basically, you got to be bored, otherwise, parts of your brain just don't light up and connect anymore. So if you're always stimulated, especially by the scroll and the shorts, your brain never has a chance to make those connections, right?
Yeah, you got to suffer through some boredom so you think of something fun to do.
Yeah. Or you just find the boring stuff fun. You're like, actually, that ceiling is really, really funker. Check that out.
So you guys homeschool?
Yeah.
God bless you, man. I would have killed somebody.
Yeah.
We would not have 4 kids. If I had homeschooled, we would not have all 4 would make it. There's no chance. No chance all 4 make it.
Yeah, I mean, we're on like child 1 of 3 right now, to be fair, and we'll see how it goes with more. But I'll tell you, it gives you a lot of freedom as a family, and kids, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're trapped in school for 6 hours, and a school day will get done in about like 1 hour on a good day, 3 hours in a longer day, and then you got the whole day to wander around, kick rocks, stare at the ceiling, like wander through the fields and all that stuff. Hit the beach.
Door just flung open.
I know. You'll see my daughter in a second pop out over there.
Yeah, maybe she'll pop in.
Yeah.
The Vineyard is very safe. I mean, like you leave your car door unlocked everywhere. It's crazy.
And I was told this early on, right? That if you're a tourist, right, you take your keys and put it in your pocket out of your car, right? If you're a summer person, right, then you leave your key in the cup holder or whatever, and if you're an islander, you leave it in the ignition, right? And okay, so I guess I'm a summer person because I take it out because it beeps. So I leave it in the. By the way, my car has the keys are in it right now, so go steal it. But we could not say this in Houston, Texas, because somebody would steal it right now.
Yeah.
But anyway,
we got to get there first.
be a rush for my car. Right? But anyway, so that's what we do. And one night, after 10, 11 years at the Ritz, owning the Ritz and leaving my keys in the car, every friggin' time I park it there, I walked out last winter, right? And my friggin' Jeep was gone. And it was goddamn cold, right? And like, it's gone, right? And so, it's the old beat up white Jeep is gone. And I was like, oh man, right? I was so friggin', oh my God, it finally happened, right? So I call the Popo, right? Call OBPD, and right? Like, Larkin? And I'm like, yeah. White Jeep? Yeah, it's around the corner, right? And it got towed, but it got towed, right? And so I turned around and said, "Do you know a guy named XYZ?" And I said, "I do know a guy named XYZ." And they go, "Would you like to press charges?" we caught him with your car. And I was like, oh, hell no, man. He borrowed it. We're good. We're good. Nobody's pressing charges on nobody. We're all fine, right? So anyway, what had happened was, and it was now a big joke with me and this individual, right, is that this individual, I guess, walked out of the Ritz and decided to go for a ride. As he did. But it was so cool because, not for 1 minute did I think that I'd lost that car. I knew I was getting that car back. Right?
Yeah, like at worst, it's going to get stopped at the steamship. My mother-in-law told me there's like a legendary car heist, I should say, way back when, maybe like the 70s or something. And it's like, they found it immediately because they were trying to board the steamship with their stolen car. It's like waiting in line.
You know, it's a funny phenomenon. Like a lot of people on the island have the Subaru Outback, I guess it would be.
Yes.
Another Outback.
It's
Sponsors.
really popular.
Yeah.
And I used
It's the
to have
official
one.
car.
I used to have one too. Now it's been upgraded.
That and a Tacoma.
Yeah. If you, I bet it happens if you have a
Tacoma's
Tacoma
another
too, but you can go out to a parking lot and go into a car that looks exactly like your car and get in. I've done this before with the Subaru, and you put your key in and you're like, what the heck? And you're like, oh, this isn't my car. And you like, does that ever happen to you guys? It happened to me like several times. It looks the same.
I've come close to that.
They parked right next to me, and it looks like two identical cars.
Man.
Yeah. Someone tried to get into our Prius once. I was like, excuse me, ma'am. I believe this is the wrong Prius. I also see like various permutations, like truck combos with truck cap combos, because there's a couple of.
Oh,
caps.
you had the red one. I would see other red ones sometimes.
Oh, dude, it's absolutely like the same cap that's just shifting owners. Like I see it's on like MV Stuff for Sale. It's like, who wants this cap now? It switches owners. The red cap, been going around.
Well, how about at this moment we do a segment called Play That Tune.
Okay.
And
What tune?
Larkin gets to choose. You get to choose a little
Can I
shift here.
attempt to, because these guys blow me away. You guys are, you and your bro and Chris. You are some of the best actual, just purely technically best musicians I've met in maybe ever.
Wow.
Thank
Right,
you.
and you always blow me away. And by the way, you and I met not at that Johnny Hoy show that you mentioned. You and I met at karaoke.
Karaoke? Oh no. It must have been.
Do you remember the song?
I don't know if I remember. Do you remember?
It was Griffin had come down there and he had sang karaoke, and I was like, dude, you're freaking great. And he says, well, I play piano too. And I said, well, where the hell are you? I play piano at the goddamn church in Anchorage. I was like, whoa, okay, dude.
The GD church.
I was like, yeah, exactly. You're not supposed to say that. But anyway, and so then he introduced me to his brother, right? A little shorter hair back then.
Oh yeah. Temporary aberration.
Yes, and it was, but I was like, these guys, what the hell? Right? And then I meet you and I'm like, what is there? Some sort of gene thing going on here? I don't know what it is. Anyway.
Totally.
I've always been impressed by y'all.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
What music do you actually like? You know, we've been working for you for. I don't even know what music you like. I know you like funk now.
I do like funk.
Yeah.
It's really strange because I've been involved in all kinds of music my whole life, and so my algorithm on Spotify is ridiculously weird. Some stuff will come up. The other day I was driving, I just put the little DJ on, and he started playing me regional Mexicana music, and I was like, how do you know I like this, right? And I'm doing an Intocable and some bands from Mexico that I like, and I was like, what the hell? But I realized that if anybody ever, when I pass away and somebody looks at my algorithm, who the hell was this dude? Because I really do like country, right? But I like I was listening to Morgan Wallen yesterday, and then a guy named Luke Combs, of course, and stuff like that. These are modern country people that I shouldn't like because of my age, right? And I do, right? I also like oddly Jelly Roll, right? I freaking think he's cool as shit, right? And interesting. I'm a big fan of Ray right now. The female artist out of England, does kind of an Amy Winehouse vibe.
Oh, cool.
Big fan. Totally opposite of Morgan Wallen, by the way. Totally different thing. And then I still like all the old stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like at my funeral, they're going to absolutely play Procol Harum, Lighter Shade of Pale.
Yeah.
That's going off of my funeral for
All
sure.
right.
So it's like, I don't know, and then funk, of course. Give me America East is Young by Funkadelic. So.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's funny you mentioned at your funeral. Yeah, I have a song, "Can't You See?" I just like the melody of the song.
Wait, which one?
Can't
You See?
Yeah, but my wife, but my
She's
wife
not
was
gonna
like,
let you do
"That
that."
doesn't make me sound good."
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
don't play that.
I was like, "It's not meant for that."
Yeah, it's like, see what that woman did to me? They look at you in the casket. You requested this song.
The only way that's going to work is if you go at the same time, and then she's not there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's horrible.
No, it's the melody. Maybe it's not the words.
It's a beautiful melody. Yeah, we actually had some like young ladies asking for that song like a Sunday or two ago.
Really?
It's like, you want to hear that song?
Oh, that's
No
a cool
way.
song.
Yeah.
I saw a band play that at the Port Hunter. The guy with dreads. I forget the name of the band, but it was really good. And like, had the blue light on. It's like, you know.
Oh, sweet.
It's a classic.
I get it, though. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I realized we have a song about the Ritz.
Oh.
It's about our doing double shifts, and it name drops Ritz. Want to hear it?
Let's do it. Yes,
Yeah.
do that.
Oh yeah.
Original.
This is like modern Martha's Vineyard folk music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say. I mean, Martha's Vineyard subject matter.
It's cold in here. My fingers are cold, so we'll see how we do. But it shouts out every Sunday at the Ritz. It's called Double Shifts. They're cold. Well, you know it's a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it. You can thank your lucky stars, it's me and it's not you. Stand on the stage singing songs, 3 chords in the dirty truth. Messing around, getting drunk and walking out with truth. 'Cause it's a hard life, ain't no easy time. If you wanna outlive your life, tell the truth and lay your rhyme. Every Sunday at the Ritz, getting pissed and talking shit. And tonight we're doing double shifts. Know what I'm saying? Doing double shifts. Hit it, Tip!
Well, the tip jars have empty, but the glasses still half full. To keep these people happy, we gotta put up with some gold.
Ain't no price that we won't pay if it helps to seal the deal. 'Cause we all know that alcohol can make a smile seem real. It's a hard life, ain't no easy time. If you wanna outlive your life, tell the truth and lay your rhyme. Every Sunday at the Ritz, getting pissed and talking shit.
And tonight we're doing double shifts.
Doing double shifts. Let's see if my fingers are up too.
Here's the acapella part of the song.
Yes, sir. Well, you know it's a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it. Huh. You can thank your lucky stars, it's me and it's not you. Huh. Standing on the stage, singing songs, 3 chords in the dirty truth. Huh. Messing around, getting drunk, and walking out with truth. 'Cause it's hard life, ain't no easy time. If you wanna outlive your life, tell the truth and make it right. There's Sunday at the Ritz, getting pissed and talking shit.
And tonight we're doing double shifts.
I like that stuff too. Nice.
Take it home now. Ooh. Yeah. Doing double shifts.
Hey! Oh man, you guys are amazing.
So great.
Seriously,
You guys are so great.
it's so crazy.
That song like came to us so fast.
Oh, yeah.
The lyrics were like, because it's about the thought of, we say, it's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Like, we're saying, like, people think, oh, it must be cool playing music all the time. And it is cool, but especially back then, we were drinking a lot. And, like, which is fun, you know, always trying to, like, get hammered and trying to play music. And the screaming, happy people. But doing it night after night, and then you kind of commit to doing it so much that eventually you're, like, kind of a crazy person. And you're like, this is my job. So now, not drinking, it's quite a pleasure, but drinking is also a pleasure. But
We used to have pools of shot glasses at our feet.
Yeah, we used to encourage liquid tips and stuff.
Liquid tips, you know.
That definitely has a drinking vibe to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I figure the audience is mostly drinking. So
Oh, that's awesome.
it's all in good. Now it's out.
What a great song. And,
thank you.
So good, man.
and local legend here, honestly, not even local legend, just legend here of Martha's Vineyard that we have. You guys playing that, what a moment. That's
beautiful.
awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And double shifts means if you have 2 shows the same day.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we play the Ritz and then go immediately to Port Hunter.
Yeah.
And like be almost late to that, and we're like driving like loading in. Okay, we're here. And,
I had to get up and dance. It's funny, the first episode we did, we were doing this, and we realized it was like a crotch shot.
Yeah.
And I was like, and someone was like, you should have a segment called Crotch Shots. Brought to you by Crotch Shots. Crotch Shots. Oh man!
Brought to you by Vineyard Vines.
Yeah, we got to work on that. Come for the socks, stay for the crush shots.
That's just who we are. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, have you seen this thing? This is the shitar.
I freaking love that.
It's a guitar. I took the idea from a guy named John O'Ricks, who plays with a band called the Wood Brothers. It's just loose strings, a jangler. This is the bass drum. The ring hits this. It's like a snare drum, and then another subtle click. And then this. And I noticed you can even hit this against here. That's cool too.
You made this?
Well, yeah, I got the guitar at the dump, the Edgartown Refuse District.
So it really is.
Oh, at the dump teak or the?
No, the real dump.
The real
I was
dump.
sitting there outside the pile, and I was like, whoa. It was messed up, but it's a Johnson. And a friend of mine noted that this is a big piece of old growth wood on the front here.
Wow.
You know, like one piece of wood. That's got to be a nice, totally straight. But, you know, I blew a hole in it because I've been playing it every week with this guy. But it's fun.
You're
That
quite
is so cool.
you're quite handy, and that's something that I think a lot of people watching are familiar with. Like being handy on this island,
Yes, it's key.
Oh, it's a
being
thing.
an artisan. It's a thing.
You have to be.
You have to be.
I rewired my first dishwasher from scratch on this island.
Yeah.
My first and last. It still works though.
Yeah.
It's a little intimidating once you start taking something like that apart and being like, I'm gonna have to put it back together. This little screw.
No, but you have to be able to do everything on this island because if you can't, especially in the summertime, you're not getting someone to do it for you.
Oh, yeah.
You need to do it, and so I think it's good. It's cool being a Renaissance man. You're a Renaissance man.
Yeah,
Dude,
I try to be.
Yeah.
I remember,
Totally.
like not too long ago, Bailey Gardner, now De Braganza from the band Wolf Trap, you know, Miguel's now wife. She came over for a band rehearsal, and she's just like, "Hold on," and she's just like replacing her headlight in our driveway.
Right.
Like, oh, I've seen this before, and I remember pretty early on. I think it was maybe Olivia Becchio. She was like, maybe it was Maya. Anyway, one of them, they were like, "Yeah, I just did an oil change back at home." Like, dang, yeah, I guess that makes sense. We don't have no Jiffy Lube around here or anything.
Yeah. I live on Chappie, so there's even more precedent to try to keep things on Chappie.
You row home sometimes, don't you?
Yes.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
I'm glad
It's
you're
not
not
as crazy
drinking
as it
anymore. I'm
sounds.
so glad because you would end up somewhere else.
Yeah. Sometimes you do. Yeah, like sometimes rowing out at night, you can get a little disoriented on the water.
you just being named Ted and being in the water between the islands, you're tapping into some deep vineyard lore.
Yeah. Well, I'm correcting it,
Yeah,
making it right.
the new Chappie Ted.
Safe passage, cross. But yeah, I do. So like, there's a ferry that goes from I live on Chappaquiddick, which is the little island just next to Martha's Vineyard. It's not really like a different island because it's connected
Sort of.
partly.
Sort of.
Sometimes, yeah. When the waters are a certain way, there is a way to get there just walking on the beach, but it's a hell of a walk if you try to do it. But so the ferry goes until midnight. So if we're playing, sometimes we play 10 to 12. I can't get back in time. So I hop on my kayak, leave my car in Edgartown, kayak across and have another car waiting for me, or have a bike, or maybe have a golf cart. There's different permutations of it. Yeah. But it's great on the water. Like the water's usually pretty calm in the summer at 1 a.m. Sometimes it's like glassy and the stars are there. And
That's gorgeous, man.
It's just awesome.
And those that are watching that don't live here, yes, we have more than one town here on Martha's Vineyard. We have 5. Is that correct? 6.
Yeah, and
I know, 6 and counting. We have 2 islands.
What's the other island? Oh,
yours, Chappaquiddick.
I thought you meant 2 outside of Martha's Vineyard.
Well, yeah, I guess
we got Nomans. That's another island.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess we have multiple islands.
I've never been there. It's like you're not allowed to go.
Yeah.
You heard about that?
It used to be a bombing site.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous.
They should clean it up, sweep it, and turn it into like another cool spot.
Yeah, it's a historic landmark too, because Leif Erikson stopped there on one of his Viking journeys.
No, man,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, there's like a little inscription.
Supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Now, you don't have to give an address, but what town are you?
We're Vineyard Haveners. We
Okay.
live off of Lagoon Pond in a little place called Oklahoma. It used to be called Oklahoma Heights. In fact, if you want to, go to our lovely museum in Vineyard Haven. Has an exhibit right now about our neighborhood, and what's really cool is that in our neighborhood we live in an old cottage that was built in the 1800s, and it was part of a hotel called Innisfell out there overlooking Lagoon Pond in the Vineyard Haven side, and it was operated and for bohemians from New York City and Boston, and so it was all Irish tenor owned our house. And it was all musicians. And there's only 3 houses left. It burned down. You can go take a look at the museum, but it burned down, and all is left is 3 houses. And all 3 houses are still. One of them is still owned by the family that built it generationally down, but they're all somehow related to music. All the owners of the houses have a music. The 3 that are left, and so it's really cool. There's ghosts in that house, big time, and it's cool.
Do they sing?
Do they sing? I'd be gone.
Yeah.
I'd be gone.
Before we close up here, there's a few values. Yeah, it's like humanity, humor, and harmony. A few things that we like to focus here on the Martha's Vineyard podcast. But on a deeper note, we like to include one section of this. This is very much like, what does spirituality mean to you? You just mentioned ghosts. This isn't necessarily what church do you belong to, but it's more like the word spirituality, other than earthly, is.
So we're getting deep, right?
Yeah.
Get all deep. I was not prepared for that. You needed that prompt, man.
But you know what?
So what is the question again?
What does spirituality mean to you? It doesn't even have to be you personally.
No, dude,
it could be in general.
It's actually integral into who I am and part of what guides and drives me. It's it's private but it's a big piece of who I am, and I'm blessed because a couple things. I was raised by Quakers. God bless the Quakers.
Oh, cool.
And my parents were activists both politically and within the Quaker organization, and I got to experience a lot of stuff as a little fella that kind of led me to who I am now. But through that, I really got this vibe and feeling that it really is real, and it really that the spiritual portion of who I am exists within me and exists within others. So you come from a frame of mind where you really actually end up having to treat each other, your fellows, on this little journey we're all on together. You have to treat them a little bit differently because and I don't think this isn't theoretical for me. I have experience with this, that it turns out to be true. right? That you and I are more related in ways that we don't even understand, right? And as are we, and that it comes down to this thing that resides with this light within us. So I feel very. It's cool because it's a. I don't talk about it. It's not part of my daily, but it's there all the time.
Yeah.
And it's cool because it sets you up with some core values that you kind of have to live by, understanding that this is not the whole thing. Right?
Yeah.
Like cool, and especially with me, I'm on the tail end of this deal. You guys are kind of in the middle of it, right? And but for me, like that, I get that it does go on. That's good. That's a nice feeling, right? And I get that that as my responsibility to y'all and the other folks on this deal with us is that it's related because we're family. We're related, because of this spark.
Yeah,
That's it.
I love that.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing that because it's it's good to go deep sometimes.
Oh yeah,
but
It's a little weird.
it's
This conversation-
a little weird. We like
We want
The
to
hat
keep
says-
envy weird, and if it isn't kept weird, we at least need to make it weird again.
I like to make it weird for a little.
That's right.
Weird is good. That's good. Good.
That's
Yeah.
right. And you
And we try to relate to each other rather than
That's
that's
right.
part of this show too. Like we're here to say we all have different views, different ways that we think about the world here on earth, spirituality, things. And it's so cool that we can sit here on a small couch together and realize that hey, we're all in this together.
That's
you know?
right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
Larkin, you kept it weird over at the Ritz. I mean, I would never become a pastor, I don't think, unless you hadn't signed off on the Holy Rock and Roll Revival over at the Ritz, which is like, I'm going to play some gospel music and play some hymns at a dive bar. But that carved out a little niche for myself, and like within a couple years, they're like, hey, maybe Seán, you want to be a pastor? I was like, yeah, sure. So basically, dive bar was my seminary.
Wow! I did not know that.
It's like, so on the basis of my dive bar ministry, I'm accredited. I got the certification. Thanks,
Wow.
Wow!
I didn't know that either.
That is really cool.
Isn't that crazy?
John, I didn't know that. That's,
Yep.
yeah.
God
I'm
works
glad
in
to be a little
mysterious
part.
ways.
I like to help out where I can.
Oh, for
Keeping
sure,
it weird.
man.
Yeah, keeping it
Oh,
weird.
yeah. Oh, the Ritz is like the beating heart of Vineyard weirdness, for sure.
And we do our best to keep it that way and plan to get weirder as we get older.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, it's weird in a good way. I think the whole vineyard's very positively weird.
Indeed.
Uh-huh.
Interesting things will
We
happen.
embrace the weird.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should we end on a little harmony?
That feels like the note.
This, hopefully this audio came out good. We're trying a new audio piece out tonight.
Cool.
Well, we're weird and we're cool, swimming in this divine pool that we call Vineyard Life. Vineyard Life, Vineyard Life, Vineyard Life. It's so strange. It's so nice. It's so cool. But it's not cold, so it's not like ice. No one seems to like ice anyway. It's wonderful that we got to spend this time together, which has now come to an end. I don't remember the chorus, but the vineyard is so weird. Let's keep it that way forever right here. Let's do some doo-wops. Oh, doo-wop, 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 doo-wop. La 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 la. All right.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you
That
on the
was-
flip
that was-
side.
Larkin Stallings.
What a
Yeah.
pleasure, man. Thank you.
This has
for
been
Thank you,
lovely.
Thank you
What
for
a
being with
pleasure.
us, sir.
This has been great.
Handshakes all around, crotch shots as we leave.
Last-
Bye, guys. Thank you.